a groundbreaking at the Orange County Great Park. In this case, there's no building involved, rather restoring native habitats and species. It's a project decades in the making.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to this splendid oasis here in the Orange County Great Park, where we've gathered this morning for a very special unveiling of the park's newest feature, the long-awaited Wildlife Corridor.
For 25 years, the Laguna Greenbelt, along with other environmental groups, have been working to help preserve and protect native animals and vegetation in this area.
The part that goes through our property is around 2.5 miles. It's a 6-mile link. What was really great was they came with their rolled up plans, much like we do every day. They rolled their plans out on the table and they said, this is what we want to do. We need to get from point A to point B, and we have a few obstacles in the way.
Those few obstacles in the way happen to have been a military base and 18 lanes of freeway.
And it's amazing when I look back at our first meetings and them being in 2008 and the fact that we've been together, we've stuck together, and my comments about you don't necessarily sometimes need things in writings as long as everybody has the passion to get where they want to go together and have a clear goal. And the fact we're here today and it's already taking shape, to me, is very special.
Now the city, developers, organizers, and officials come together to celebrate this project, allowing animals to inhabit the land, or if they choose, to pass through.
This is the opportunity for the wildlife that lives up in the hills to find its way all the way down through Irvine, safely through Irvine, and in fact get across the freeways when the Wildlife Corridor is complete and into the mountains on the other side and then down to the ocean if they choose to go so far. And the reason, though, that that's so important is because of the fact that if these populations are isolated, they end up without the necessary biological diversity, they end up sick, they end up nowhere near as healthy and able to reproduce. And so this is an opportunity for us to help regenerate the species that'll use the corridor.
Species include gray fox, bobcat, coyote, and native birds. In addition, new plant life will flourish, giving the animals a wider range to feed, hunt, and mate.
I think it's just been our history here in the city of Irvine that because we're surrounded by so much open space, it's always been a goal and a desire of us to protect that which has been here for so many years and to leave a legacy to our children, to our grandchildren. So it's just a blessing for me to be here today.
Nearly a quarter mile at its widest point, the 175-acre corridor covers land once used for agriculture and a portion once the former Marine Corps Air Station El Toro golf course.
We will be delivering this open space in better condition than when we found it. We're going to be remediating some of the old uses. A lot of our land has been used for cattle raising, but we have a lot of remediation efforts going on, taking out the grasses brought in by cattle and putting in native grasses, which are better for the environment. They're more drought resistant, they're more fire resistant. It is just spectacular, and it's like a present to the future.
Developers estimate this project is slated for completion by the middle of 2019. For Irvine Scene, I'm Jacqueline Twag.